Tonight we'll take a look at Auburn's presidential transition team, new Alabama legislation, and an event for Auburn Employee Appreciation Week. Then we'll let you know some national updates on the New York City Subway Shooting, as well as a rise in avian flu. We'll end tonight by covering over our National Day as well as our Pet of the Week. All of that and more coming up on Eagle Eye's Thursday News at 6. Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Samantha Avila.
And I'm Nicholas Wetzel. The Auburn University COVID Resource Center has reported 10 new positive COVID cases for the week of March 28th through April 3rd. This number is lower than the previous week's case number of 18 and maintains consistent with the continuing decline since Auburn students arrived back on campus for the spring semester. In addition, the center has also reported that out of 119 on-campus tests administered between March 28th and April 1st, only one came back with a positive result. That is a 0.8% positivity rate, which is the lowest number recorded since November of 2021. The East Alabama Medical Center has seen a decline in hospitalizations and ventilator usage since the start of the new semester. The center itself continues to reside in visitation level red, according to its last official report on January 26th. You can stay updated on Auburn's COVID situation and schedule your own vaccination by visiting the Auburn COVID Resource Center website.
The Alabama Senate has confirmed two Auburn University trustees, Zeke Smith and Caroline Adderholt. Smith serves as Alabama Power's Executive Vice President of External Affairs and is responsible for governmental relations, corporate affairs, regulatory affairs, environmental affairs, public relations, and charitable giving. He also serves as the chairman of the Alabama Power Foundation's Board of Directors. Smith has been recognized with Yellowhammer News' Most Influential Alabamian Award and was a 2019 inductee to the State of Alabama Engineering Hall of Fame. Adderholt is an owner, manager, and shareholder in a family-owned business involved in farming and real estate. In 2015, Adderholt joined Concerned Women for America as their chief of staff in Washington, D.C., and later joined their national board of directors. Smith and Adderholt will serve for a term of 7 years.
Auburn President-elect Christopher B. Roberts announced today the formation of an internal transition team to assist him in preparing for his first year as president. This team will provide Roberts with input on the off-campus and on-campus engagements and events he should consider. Roberts will assume the presidency on May 16th. Beginning this summer and through the following academic year, Roberts will meet with the 4 governance groups, the SGA, Auburn University Senate, Staff Council, and the Administrative and Professional Assembly, as well as visit all academic departments, extension offices in the state, various alumni clubs across the country, and Auburn University Montgomery constituencies. The 20-member team will be chaired by Ron Burgess and includes senior leadership, students, faculty, and staff. Anyone who would like to provide input to the transition team can do so by emailing presidenttransition@auburn.edu.
We will now turn to Coleman Turnipseed, the Auburn SGA Vice President, for our weekly update on the Student Senate. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, my name is Coleman Turnipseed and I'm the Vice President of SGA. Within the Student Senate this week, we have our Director and Assistant Director confirmations for the SGA Cabinet. We only have 2 Senate meetings left of the semester, and I have to say I'm proud of the work that my senators have done so far with researching and drafting legislation, so we should have a very exciting and impactful Senate coming in the fall. Furthermore, we have our applications out now for the President, Vice President, and Senator for the College of Education. You can find these qualifications, requirements, and application for these positions out now on AU Involve. They will be open until Friday at 4:45. The Student Senate is held every Monday at 7:30 p.m. in the Student Center and is also streamed here on Eagle Eye. We're Eagle.
If you're looking to get more involved on campus, Travis Harrison has all the details that you need to know. Let's take a look.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Travis Harrison with your involvement update. There's just a few more weeks till summer, but there's still plenty going on. The first event that we're going to talk about is the University Program Council's Wipeout event. Just like the famous show, UPC will be hosting a Wipeout event on Monday, April 18th from 6 to 9 p.m. It'll be held on the campus green. If you plan on participating, make sure to go to the events page on AU Involve and RSVP. The next event is the Red Cross Blood Drive. They will be accepting donors from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. The event is going to be held in the Student Center Ballroom. If you plan on donating, make sure to RSVP to this one as well. Donors will also receive a free Chick-fil-A biscuit or Marco's Pizza. The third event for this week's update is the Auburn Ring Ceremony. The recipients will come to Langdon Hall to receive their ring and participate in the tradition of tapping their ring on the Auburn seal before dipping it in a bowl of water from the President's fountain. Recipients will be invited to a 15-minute window between 5 and 8 p.m. After you receive your ring, head over to the front of Sanford Hall for pictures and refreshments. As always, there are dozens of other events going on, so make sure to check it out on AU Involved. Thank you.
When we return from this short break, we'll talk about some local events as well as some new Alabama legislation. You're watching Eagle Eye News at 6.
54 students took home awards during the recent Auburn Research Student Symposium. Nearly 440 undergraduate and graduate students participated in the symposium, which gives students an opportunity to showcase their work university-wide. The undergraduate first place award for STEM poster presentations went to Alicia Taylor of chemistry and biochemistry. Catherine Walls in poultry science captured first place in STEM oral presentations. For graduate students, Sydney Watts-Kolda of psychology won first place in the poster presentations for human sciences, social sciences, creative arts, nursing, and humanities category. Parindarshini Patel of nutrition, dietetics, and hospitality management got first in oral presentations. College-specific awards were presented for undergraduate and graduate student categories. A complete list of winners, as well as titles of their projects, is available on the Auburn Research Student Symposium website. Their RBD library also plans an exhibit showcasing many of the winning posters.
The Administration and Professional, or A&P, Welfare Committee invites all Auburn University staff to join them in the Walk at Lunch activity during an Employee Appreciation event on April 26th from noon to 1 p.m. The National Walk at Lunch Day offers a way to meet people in the Auburn family, get exercise, and see Auburn's beautiful campus. 4 campus locations will serve as the starting points: the Auburn University Employee Pharmacy, Auburn University Facilities Management, Auburn University College of Veterinary Medicine, and East Glen Administrative Complex. Make sure to come out on that day and enjoy some fresh air.
The 28th Annual Fishing Rodeo will take place Saturday, May 14th from 7 to 11 a.m. at the lake at Auburn Technology Park South. This event is sponsored by the City of Auburn Parks and Recreation Department and sponsored by Evans Realty. Registration begins on May 2nd at 8 a.m. Registration will also be taken at the event beginning at 7 a.m. The cost is $5 per child. The first 175 kids will receive a free fishing rod and reel courtesy of Evans Realty, and the Auburn Parks and Recreation Department will provide the bait. Each child will be permitted to bring home 5 fish and must be accompanied by an adult. Door prizes will be given out to lucky participants, and prizes will be awarded to the biggest and smallest fish caught in each age category. There will also be an award for most fish caught. For more information, visit auburnalabama.org/parks or contact Sarah Cook at scook@auburnalabama.org.
Last month, Governor Kay Ivey signed into law an elder abuse registry. This is Shirley's Law, named after Shirley Holcomb, a victim of elder abuse. This law creates a registry for nursing homes and other elder care agencies to check if a person has been convicted of elder abuse. In October of 2017, Shirley Holcomb's daughter Jo Holcomb discovered her mother's caretaker was forging checks. After Shirley Holcomb passed away in 2018, Jo Holcomb brought the idea for an elder abuse registry to Representative Victor Gaston. According to the Alabama Department of Human Resources, elder abuse is on the rise. In 2021, there were 11,000 reports of abuse. This includes physical abuse, neglect, and financial exploitation. Jo Holcomb plans to take this law to Washington, D.C., so people around the country can be protected. If you or an elder you know has been abused, neglected, or exploited, you can call the Alabama Department of Human Resources hotline at 1-800-458-7214.
Alabama lawmakers have approved sweeping legislation that would outlaw transgender youth's access to gender-affirming medications. They also approved a separate measure that would require students to use bathrooms corresponding to their sex at birth and to limit instruction of gender and sexual identity in early grades. Proponents argued the bills are needed to protect children, and opponents argued they do the opposite. The bill makes it a felony to prescribe puberty blockers or hormones to trans youth under 19. The Alabama House of Representatives voted in favor of the medication ban measure last Thursday by a 66-28 vote. Both bills now go to Governor Kay Ivey. When we come back, we'll cover the mass shooting in New York as well as a concerning avian flu. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Tens of thousands of Ukrainians are still waiting to be evacuated from the besieged city of Mariupol and its surroundings. That is according to the city's mayor on Wednesday. Rafael Romo reports.
It's been a target for the Kremlin forces from the beginning of the invasion in a city that has seen fierce fighting in recent days. And now the mayor of Mariupol says 180,000 people are still waiting to be evacuated from his besieged port city. Speaking during an online media briefing, Vadim Boychenko said that there are about 120,000 people inside the city waiting to be evacuated and an additional 60,000 in the surrounding areas. The Ukrainian government, with the help of relief organizations, has made great progress when it comes to evacuation efforts, though. A total of 150,000 people have been evacuated so far, according to the mayor. The strategic port city is one of Russia's main targets and has been destroyed by constant shelling throughout the war. And while civilian populations remain trapped, there's a new threat coming from the Kremlin. The Russian military says it may strike what it called decision-making centers in Ukraine, including those in Kyiv, the capital, in response to what the Russian government describes as attempts to sabotage and strikes in its territory. As you may remember, earlier this month, Russia accused Ukraine of perpetrating a helicopter attack on a fuel depot in Belgorod inside Russian territory. The Ukrainian Ministry of Defense has neither confirmed nor denied the attack. And finally, the world has already seen images of the atrocities left in areas surrounding the Ukrainian capital in towns like Bucha. Now, Ukrainian authorities say they have found a growing number of bodies in the Sumy region located in northeastern Ukraine, which was also invaded by the Russians. So far, 100 bodies have been located, and a lot of them had their hands tied, signs of torture, and a shot in the head, according to the head of the Sumy Regional Military Administration. Help is on the way, though. This week, the Ukrainian cabinet allotted the equivalent of $8 million to the Sumy region to begin the task of repairing housing, roads, and utilities. Rafael Romo, CNN, Lviv, Ukraine.
At this hour, fear unleashed by a shooting rampage in New York City subway is over. The suspected New York City subway shooter has been captured. Gloria Pasmino is in Brooklyn, just outside of the subway station, with the latest.
A two-day manhunt now over after the NYPD says they arrested the man they believe is responsible for a subway shooting that left 29 people injured during a chaotic morning commute.
33 shots, but less than 30 hours later, we're able to say, we got him.
Subway shooting suspect Frank James is now in federal custody. Law enforcement sources say it was James himself who called in the Crime Stoppers tip, leading NYPD officers to apprehend him on a bustling Manhattan street.
We were able to shrink his world quickly. There was nowhere left for him to run.
James is now charged with terror-related crimes and, if convicted, faces a sentence of life in prison.
Frank James has been charged by complaint in Brooklyn federal court with one count of violating 18 USC sections 1992 A7 and B1, which prohibits terrorist and other violent attacks against mass transportation systems.
Just one day before allegedly carrying out a shooting rampage, James posted a chilling video online, ranting about his desire to kill and advocating for mass violence.
I wanted to kill people. I wanted to watch people die right in front of my face immediately.
Investigators searching for a motive are revealing James's dark past and a history of run-ins with the law.
Those include possession of burglary tools 4 times, criminal sex act, theft of service 2 times.
A motive for the shooting has not yet emerged, but sources do tell us that when James called that tip into the police line, he told them he had seen himself on TV and knew that he was a wanted man. In Brooklyn, Gloria Pasmino, back to you.
The U.S. death toll from COVID-19 could hit 1 million by next month. That's according to the forecast released by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Wednesday. Johns Hopkins University reports just over 986,000 fatal COVID-19 cases have been confirmed since the start of the pandemic. Despite possibly reaching the million mark milestone, the CDC says COVID deaths are on the downward trend overall. Officials say about 11,000 COVID deaths are likely over the next 4 weeks, which is among the lowest that the prediction has been so far this year. The CDC also says COVID-related hospitalizations are also decreasing.
The current outbreak of avian flu won't create a shortage of eggs this Easter, but Americans will be paying more for them at the grocery store. The Consumer Price Index shows the price of eggs is up nearly 14% over the last year, and it's expected to keep climbing. The American Farm Bureau says this outbreak of avian flu is likely worse than the last major one that started in 2014. 50 million chickens and turkeys died as a result of a highly pathogenic avian influenza, or HPAI, in that outbreak. So far, the virus has been detected on farms in 25 U.S. states and in wild birds in 31 more. Right now, the CDC says the risk of the bird flu is affecting humans is low. When we return, what national day is it, and what adorable pet will star as pet of this week? Find out when we come back to Eagle Eye's Thursday News at 6.
What did the mama dolphin say when the baby dolphin was late for dinner? Nothing. She just flipped. Happy National Dolphin Day. Dolphins are extremely social and friendly beings. They love company and have an acute sense of hearing. They can actually hear many more frequencies than adult humans. Dolphin Day celebrates biodiversity within our oceans, brings awareness to the preservation of these amazing creatures, and also raises awareness to the problem of climate change, as a lot of marine life is getting destroyed due to global warming. To celebrate today, watch a fun documentary about dolphins, learn some fun facts about dolphins, and share with your friends, or share online with the hashtag National Dolphin Day.
If you need an adorable pick-me-up for the end of this week, take a look at this adorable puppy. Sacramento fire crews found the cutest little puppy when putting out a debris fire. Rachel Wolf has more.
Come on. Ready to play after a pretty rough day.
He had a lot more plastic, burned plastic on the top of his fur area, on his back, top of his head. He's still got a little bit down below, a little burn on the back, hind leg.
Sacramento fire crews rescued this little guy during a homeless debris fire Tuesday. The captain on the scene knew man's best friend needed a good friend, so he called Mike Thawley at Station 19.
Said, "Do you want him?" I said, "Yes."
Thawley is fostering the pup while Front Street Animal Shelter finds him a forever home, and he's already making himself pretty comfortable.
Perked up pretty good after we gave some water, some food, gave him a bath, started picking off some of the plastic. And then yesterday, kind of personality started coming out, following us around, tail wagging.
This isn't the first time Thawley has fostered a dog Crews rescued. 5 years ago, he took in Chunk, an abandoned pit bull chained to a fence off Richards Boulevard.
Chunk had no hair, had mange.
Thawley is an advocate for pit bulls. He knew right away she was home, and that's where she's been ever since. He documented her journey on social media.
We had well over 30 million people following Chunk. Donations into Front Street, donations to the bully rescues. Chunk had a 2-page article in Women's World magazine. Our crew got an award from PETA.
He says it's a doggone shame someone would leave a puppy in such bad conditions, but hopes the rescue tells a tale of how people can help other rescue and shelter animals.
Enthusiastic? Check. Intelligent? Check. Adorable? Is that even a question? Our new pet of the week, Lacey, is a dog with a high drive to please her people. She is very smart and willing to learn anything you can throw at her. Lacey came from a place that lacked socialization, so she is learning that not all people are scary. Although she is timid around strangers, once she gets to know you, she will love you. She would be an amazing running buddy or an agility dog. Lacey's dog and cat friendly and did amazing in a foster home. She's learning better leash manners and improving her socialization skills every day. She's 2 years old, spayed, vaccinated, and microchipped. She's also heartworm negative. Her adoption fee is only $25, so don't hesitate to apply for her on the Lee County Humane Society website. We're out of time, but for more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Nicholas Wetzel.
And I'm Samantha Avila. Thank you for watching, and War Eagle.